forgot I missed that. Bienvenido, welcome, I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Hello, Moshi, and not, well, I don't know how to say your name. Hello there, welcome in, and Mr. Ghost, welcome in, and Flopix. Today, I guess like, usually like, Mondays are like my dev streams, and tomorrow I'm actually not gonna be, I have like some things to do, so I won't be streaming tomorrow in the afternoon. So I thought, I was like, well, maybe I can mix what I would do today and tomorrow. It's Mali. Oh, okay. Mali. Oh, that's easy. But I was like, not something. I was like, okay. It's Malia. That's nice. But no, so I was going to say, so today I thought I could do like a, oh, actually maybe I could switch it into the doodle section. Yeah. I'll put in the doodle section. And no, not that. Actually, yeah, I like that one. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about my game today, right? But I was gonna like talk about like typing in my game. Mainly because I remember last time, Mr. Ghost was asking about, saying like, oh, you should talk about types, you know, like, so like types in games and stuff. I'm like, okay, that sounds really fun to me. Did you see? No, I have. I've been like super busy. Here, let me fix this up for you guys. Let me just make it look nicer. Bear with me. Bear with me as I, if you're curious what this is actually my, what's this called? A Millinote. I don't know if you guys know what a Millinote is. So Millinote is like a website where you share, I guess you could like share stuff on it. Okay, let me make this bigger. Around here? Yeah, okay. I think that is about right. At least on the regular. Let me fix it for the rest of you guys. Hold up. Let me fix it for the portrait style, guys. One moment. No, this is like humongous. I know. You guys are like, what's going on? I know. One moment. Huh? Wait, where'd it go? Oh my god. Did I accidentally hide it? Wait. I think I hit it on accident. I must have hit it. Where'd it go? I know that's like the one thing when you want to do something a little different, you gotta like look for it. Okay, this is locked. Where did it go? Let me find it. I know. Hold up. Fill the screen. Fit the screen. There we go. Okay, we fit the screen. It's good there. Lock that in. Then I'll move it over here. Can you guys see that? Or is it like still not okay? I just want to make sure you guys could read it a little bit. I'll zoom in too, just so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, let me, okay, I did not check, like I said, I've been like crazy busy, so I have not actually looked at it. I'll do it right now since like we're just like starting and getting into it. Your Oni Boi pay for all the, no, it is not a satanic symbol. It's a star. It's just like, this is how my type chart works. If you're actually curious of what this came from, this symbol, this thing, this is actually a thing in martial arts where it's supposed to be the cycle of destruction and creation. So this is actually like a thing. So what the way it, like, hold up, let me actually check what, it's a star, but it's supposed to be like a cycle. One cycle is fixing things, one way is destroying things. That's what it's supposed to be. But wait, let me check on the Discord, because you said I know you posted some stuff. Oh yes, you posted the animation, which it looks so good, by the way. You did such an amazing job on the animation. I was actually curious, how do you do it? Yes, it was so good. I forgot to like it though. I did like briefly see it, like, but like I said, I've been like kind of busy. I did not see. Wait, similar. Oh, you did like a cute comic. You did this. Hey, you did a good job. This is actually like, oh, it is like a screenshot. I was gonna say, did you do this comic? This is pretty good. That's pretty funny. Yeah, this is actually pretty silly. And I think that was it, right? It was just the two things. Yeah, you posted in the memes. Okay, yes, I saw them. Then awesome. Okay, so now I wanted to chat about my types. I played a TF2 game intro over. Oh, okay. I get you. That's fine too. That works. Hey, if it works, it works. You know, why do double the work? You know what I'm talking about? I totally get it. And for a meme, why not? But no, okay, so what I was gonna talk about, right? In my game Oris, I guess I could briefly just like open some stuff so you can see it. So here's a couple of my Oris that I have. I liked them. They were both pretty funny. So here's a couple of the Oris that I have. You can see them. So here is, I'll zoom in just so we can, I guess I can a little talk over them a little bit. So you can see the typings. So there's Piku, he is a fire type. Then we got, it has two evolutions, right? They're like form changes. War Boy, which is a earth type, and then we got Medusali, which is a wind type. Later I'll go over how it works, because in my game I want it to be very different, where it's not like we're in Pokemon, for example, where it starts at like electric type and it goes into an electric type. No, if they actually change typing. They evolve, they change, like they adapt into a new personality or new mentality of how their power works or how it comes, right? So like, I'll go back. I'll show you the types, right? Just as an example. So fire types. So ignore this for now. I know it's like a little hint for other things to come. But the base type is fire type, right? So fire type, the thing about them, they're very passionate, but they can be excessive. I have like positive and negative attributes to each of them. So these are like things that they could do. Fire spot. So when like, let's say if your Piku is a fire type, right? It uses like a fire type move. It could actually create fire spots. So damage non-fire types when in fire spots. So let's say if you make these fire spots, they're like kind of like think of it as like a percentage chance of when you're doing a move, because I have an action game. Hey Bushi. But like I said, I have so in the game, when you do these moves, there's a high chance of leaving like residue, or in this case, like you're doing a fire attack, there might be fire on the ground, so creating a fire spot. I don't know what the percentage will be. I'll probably, when in game testing, we'll figure it out. You guys will help me out. I'll make like a version so you could try it and like, oh, this it's like a 1%, I don't know, a 10%, 50% chance, stuff like that. And like whatever feels good. You know what I'm saying? That's like the whole point of playtesting when you get to that point in the game. So with the fire spots, right? I'll probably make them have like a better name, obviously. But for now, I think it's fine. But either way, the whole thing with the fire spot is if you're not a fire type, you take damage. If you're in the fire spot. So let's say you're a water type, you walk into it, you'll burn, you take damage. But if you're a fire type and you're inside of it, your cooldown will be faster. So you'll be able to, your moves will be going faster, if you know what I mean. So let's say you have like a move, I don't know, like a fire blast. So fire blast takes like 4 seconds to recharge. If you're in the fire, it'll be like 3 seconds. So it's slightly faster. That's like the advantage of having a lot of fire and having a fire team. So it actually has more sense in my game to have a team of people who have the same typing. So if you have a bunch of fire guys, they're going to be able to fuel each other to do even more damage. But if you have like a fire and a water type, they don't really blend well. That's kind of the idea in my game. You're going to want to have like different team setups, which I think is going to be really interesting. So then let's jump into looking over here to the water type, right? So water types are very creative, but they're a little inconsistent. So like in my game, it's like the typing is not so much like, oh, it's a fish, it's water type. No, it could be a fire fish. It could be a wood fish, like an earth fish. It doesn't really matter. It's more based on their personality. That's the way I thought of it. For my game, at least. Because they're spirits, and I thought they'd be a little more interesting. Mr. Ghost. Oh my god, I forgot to post an animation I posted, and now I'm so doomed. Wait, why? What happened? Why are you so doomed? Why? Actually, is the music too loud? I'm looking at it. I feel like the music is a little loud. I'll lower it slightly. There we go. But no, so in my game, the water types, their whole thing, obviously, they make little puddles. So same thing as the fire spots. You do a move, there's a chance they'll produce stuff. In this case, it'll be like a puddle or like I'm gonna call it, I'll call it something, but it'll be like a puddle. Okay, I posted it. Now I'm gonna go good now. Okay. Okay, so with the water types, like I said, they're all very creative, but they're a little inconsistent. Like that's like their whole thing, their vibe, I guess. So what they do is like, so non-water types in the puddles, their cooldown is increased. So the opposite of the fire one, remember? So fire types in fire, they're able to do moves faster. In this case, it's the opposite. So let's say normally it takes 3 turns, or 3 seconds. Now it takes 4 seconds because you got wet. So it slows you down. But water types inside their puddles, they have increased damage. Right? So inside water types are stronger because they're using the extra water. So I'm doing it in a different way in my game, since it's in my game works like it's just an action adventure game. So I don't want it with like straight numbers. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want it where it's like, oh, +2 damage, -1 damage. That's very boring for the way I feel about it. Professor, I have a question for the water type to stream. Wait. Hey, count. Does Steam count? Okay, so there will be advanced versions of it. In my game, there will be advanced versions. So like, if you see like ice, I will have advanced versions. So these are like, for example, water type ice is similar. Ice is going to be treated similar to water, but not exactly like water. It'll have like some other features to it. I don't want to ruin it because I feel like that's going to be really interesting in the game. We're like, oh, okay, I have a water type that has ice abilities, and ice abilities are treated differently than water abilities. And there will be steam abilities too. And then I wanted to go into the earth type. So they're very loyal, but they're a little rigid in my game. Actually, let me scooch this over. Right. There we go. I just wanted to make sure you guys could see it. So like I said, in my game, earth types, they're very loyal. That's going to be like a common theme for them, but they're very rigid. So they're not good at adapting. Mr. Ghost, I have a character I'm working on, but I don't know what category to put him in. So like, what do you mean in categories? You're saying like typing or like combat? Would you put yourself in your game? Like an Easter egg or something? Yes, I will. I am. I already have it in mind. There's going to be a character in my game is going to be like in the plaza, and he's going to be like painting. So I was going to have like a little painter. I was going to have like a painter character in the plaza, and he's going to be pretty much myself. That was like my thought. Like he'd just be like a random character that's just like painting, no matter like, and you'll see him painting in like different areas of the plaza. That was kind of like my concept behind him. Because I want, in the game, obviously there's gonna be like different NPCs. They're gonna be doing different things. But I thought it'd be nice just to make myself like a character based on myself that would just be like painting like every day. So like every day you'd see him in a different spot painting. You know, I think that'd be like a fun, cute thing to have. And it wouldn't like, I wouldn't be an actual character. It wouldn't be like an important character. It would just be like a random character you see. And I'll probably do similar thing with like friends of mine family members. There'll be like so many NPCs that I need to put anyways. Like, why not just get people I love and care about and put them in? And I'll probably even put in some of you guys, if being honest. Mr. Ghost. Tip, my character used smoke and steam. Ooh, that sounds very cool. You know, the smoke and steam, I would probably put it more into fire, if I'm being honest, because smoke is like burnt earth, right? And steam is heated water. So it seems like the main focus for that character would be fire. Any floppers, you liked it, right? Right, same. Mushi, you think it's cool. I think it's nice when you do that, and like the creators of games will do that. Like the creator of Pokemon, he put himself in this one of the houses. There's like a house, there's like a character, he's looking at a painting. That's apparently one of the creators of Pokemon. Mr. Ghost, I remember when you told me you will add me as an, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I probably would, yeah. I think it'll be easy to do. I'll probably add like all of you guys, if I'm being honest. Mr. Ghost, I'm ready to have a fire character soul. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's just saying smoke and steam seem very heat related. You know, because you're altering these other things with heat. Because smoke is very much, you're burning at like, you know, earth or wood or whatever it is, right? And you're turning into smoke. Same thing I would say with steam. Steam, you're heating up water. So it seems like altered versions of, you know, fire. You're altering these, you know, earth and water. At least that's what I would put. I mean, obviously you don't have to take my opinion. I was just saying, like, when I think about it, when you said those two, I automatically thought like, oh, fire. Like, are you not gonna have multiple fire types? Or are you just gonna have one fire type each? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Only one type each? Or are you gonna have multiple of the same type? Because you could do like one melee fighter, one range fighter, but the same thing. This character uses steam pressure. Ooh, interesting. Like I said, it still sounds like heat. It sounds like it's heat mainly, right? At least in my opinion, that's what I'm saying. You could still do it with like a fire type that's range, fire type that's like more defensive. I think it really depends what you could do with it. Like, I think that's one the cool thing about, like, for example, Pokemon, where they only have like 16. Is it 16? I think they only have like 16 types. And they still have a wide variety. They have like over 100 different combinations. And even then, if there's the same type, one might be faster, one might be bulkier. You could be like, oh, this situation, this one works better, even though they're the same type. Okay, so I was gonna go back to the earth type in my game. So in my game, like I said, they're loyal, they're rigid. So what they do, I just called it stone for now. So what I'm thinking, stone, they have like rigid bodies, but not for earth types. So the whole thing is when they produce like rocks, and they'll be in the way. So if you're trying to run, you'll run into the rocks. But the earth types are able to go through them. So they're not slowed down. So when earth types are in these areas with these stones, their area of effect is increased. So I guess I'll do I could draw it. So imagine, can you see it? I guess it doesn't really show it. Here, I'll do, right? And I'll do, here, I guess you can't really see it. Can you see that? Or, okay. So this is like the concept behind the earth type, right? So normally the earth type, let's say their attack is the red. But if they're in an area that's all stony, here, let me edit it. Let's say it's like, I'll do like little pebbles or whatever, so you can see what I mean. So if they're in an area that's all stony, then it actually alters their ability. So instead of doing a basic like the red, it actually makes it, see, instead of the red, what it does, it widens it out. So I think it'll be really interesting for the earth type. Like I said, all of these abilities will be changed throughout you when you play. Like you want a team like oh, let's say your team is all earth types. So it makes it like these massive waves of attacks, which I think would be really interesting. Obviously, this is all gonna have like play testing. And then I'll go into my wind types. Here, I'll go up, wind. So they're like, their theme, wind, oh, not what I meant to do. Hold on, there we go. And scoot, no, oh my God. There we go. For some reason, this website is being very difficult with me. Let's see, Flopix. So characters get strong in there. Yeah, of course. I mean, well, because in the game, when you play the game, you're kind of making your own home ground. Because it's not you alone. It's, you know, you're the Ishi, but then you also have your 3 companions, 2 out at a time though. So there will also be some that will interact with each other. I'll get to it after I get to everybody. So let's say if you have an earth type, let's say you have 2 earth types in your team, and they're both doing attacks, and these stones are spreading all over the field. Whenever they're in the stony area, their attacks will be even wider, so it's easier to hit their targets. So it is very much like that when you're playing the game, the area will actually start changing in your favor. So if you're doing fire attacks, you'll see a bunch of like little fire bits everywhere. If you're doing water, you see a little water, you know, like little puddles everywhere, stuff like that. So with the wind type, their thing is all about like they're very free, but they're a little chaotic, right? Which is kind of similar in a way to the water type, but not exactly, because they're inconsistent. Water types are inconsistent, but these guys are a little more like they're all over the place. Their moves might not be very tight. They might even hit their allies at times. Stuff like that. That's what I'm imagining with the wind type. So theirs will be like a gale. So like gale zones, like imagining a little twisters or tornadoes, like areas like that. So wind types, when they're in those zones, they get speed boosts. So like they have like a little buff of speed when they walk into these areas. So you'll see like wind types like pretty much like running around the arena or the area wherever you're battling very fast. But non-wind types, they get pushed back, and even some projectiles would get like diverged or deflected. So let's say you're like a fire or like a water type, and you're doing water moves, and it goes through a gale. It won't go straight. It'll actually kind of go off to the side. So it makes it harder to hit your target with wind types in the battle, which I think will be pretty interesting. Because it won't be like, you know, in Pokemon, it's like straight up water beats fire, you know, or earth beats fire. You know what I'm talking about? It's not like 1-to-1. Where here it's like, no, they can still beat each other, but they have an advantage in the actual gameplay, which would be, I think would be a little interesting. So metal types, they're very, actually scooch it over for the portrait viewers. There we go. So just they're very disciplined, but they're a little judgmental. So it means they could be very difficult to because you know your allies, the Oris, they actually have a hard time getting along with each other sometimes. So you have to actually like do teamwork and etc. They have like little hidden features. You know, for example, going back to Piku, maybe Piku doesn't get along with I don't know, Jamitos, with the little cats. So like you can't put them in the same team, maybe, or maybe that specific one doesn't. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. He uses a stick that has 2 special ends. One side can release huge amounts of smoke and the other side releases steam. And maybe can use steam to create pressure on. Ooh, that sounds very interesting, Mr. Ghost. You know, to be honest, that sounds interesting, but it doesn't, I don't feel like there's a specific type with that. It just feels like heat control. You know, because they're altering, they're making smoke and making steam. It doesn't, I don't feel like a particular type would work. Maybe just call it heat. You could call it the heat type if you wanted like every single one to have their own unique aspect in typing. It really depends how diverse you want to make this. Like you saw Cassette Beast. Cassette Beast had like 20-30 effects, which is kind of insane. I thought it was very interesting, but it was really difficult to keep track of. But yeah, so the metal type, their whole thing is, I called it like temper or magnetic. So metal type build temper, adding armor. So like they make these like magnetic fields. Imagine like kind of like that. So they make these areas by battling. I'm thinking of like the concept would be like kind of like the friction, right, of using their abilities would create these little magnetic spots. And then when they're in those areas, I imagine as like little bits of metal would stick to them, right? And then so if you're not a magnet or a metal type, you're unable to lock on. So the ability to lock onto your, like, it's like the idea is that you're unable to focus, so you're unable to lock onto your targets. So you have to do like actual like what's that called? When like in a game when you have to like fire or use an ability without the ability to lock onto your enemy. I forget what it's called, but it's like free attacking. So it actually would affect it because there's a lot of moving around in my game. So it would be very difficult to, like, if you have a character jumping around and you're, oh, I can't focus on them. And see, Mr. Ghost, fire and negative effect. Ooh, I have a funny idea for your game. Sure, what's up? What's the idea? You know, I'm very open to ideas. Hello. I am very good. Thank you for asking. Soso-Mia. Ooh, I like your name. I'm actually talking about a game I'm working on. I'm working on an action adventure game called Oris. It's heavily inspired by Caribbean mythology. You go island to island helping people and creatures, and the creatures help you out too. It's gonna play a lot like a lot of people compare it to like Pokemon meets Zelda, but I would say it's more like Kingdom Hearts, but instead of Donald and Goofy, think of it as like you'd have these spiritual creatures. I think that's more the direction I'm going with. It is still early in development, but whatever. I mean, I still have some things at least. Is there a character who is only a metal type? Well, no, that in my game, they're only one type at a time. They don't have dual typings. Just because the way the game works, they're like, here, I'll go back. Here, I'll go back to the characters just so you can see some, a few of them. See, like, for example, Coco here. Coco is a metal type, so she's very diligent. Soso-Mia, guess you're not reading chat, or my headset isn't working, but I want to say that I want to help you out with streaming stuff, cause I think you got a potential with streaming. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. You're just missing some basic initials. Wait, what am I missing? I am curious. I mean, I'm definitely open for tips. You know, I love like tips. When you guys tell me stuff, I usually add it or change certain things. So I would love to know. Hey, Monquest, welcome in. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. To be part where there's a giant magnet and all types of magnet are attracted to it. That sounds like a move. You know, to be a part where there's a giant magnet and all types of metal are attracted. Yeah, that just sounds like a move. It sounds like more of like a move that maybe like an earth type would have, or maybe even a metal type would have. I think that could be interesting. And then Mushi, cool. I'm glad that you like it. You know, the first thing viewers see before joining the stream is your logo, so I'm gonna help you with that. No, I'm okay. I'm okay, Sosa. I mean, I don't think you're actually reading. You don't think you're actually listening to me, because I do art. I do art, so it's okay. Thank you though. I'm glad. I would love to check it out though. If you want to join my Discord, you could post your stuff here. I'll do Discord, just so you can check it out. Soso-Mia. So feel free to join that, and you can post yourself in the self-promotion section. Did it not post? I think I did. Did it not? Hold up. Discord. Why is it not uploading? That's very odd. Hold up. Website? No, hold up. It should work. Discord. That's very odd. I'm doing the command, but it's not doing it for me. Maybe I should do social. I'll have to check the commands later then. Yeah, my commands aren't working. Hey, that's not nice. Oh, so why did you do 22 shorts with the drawing? Oh my. Oh no, just because they're like funny moments. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Ghost. Did you not like it? I'm gonna do other shorts too. That is very odd. I'm trying to post my Discord. I counted them. That's really funny. I am very surprised. Discord. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, so me, I am so sorry. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to like send you the thing, but it's not. It's not letting me. That is very odd. No, you loved it. Thank you. But no, okay, so you doubled them. Ah, nice. Okay, so I was going over, right? So here is a couple. Here's fin spin. Fin spin is also a metal type, right? You gonna do it manually? Yeah, no, it's very weird. I'm trying to do that, but it's not Discord. I'm very surprised. It usually works, right? Whenever I do it, but it's not working today. Well, what are you gonna do? I didn't work. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I was gonna go back, right? Let's go back to the elements. As you can see, these are like some of my notes. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is like how they interact with each other, right? Or can I do it like with this one? No. Oh, I can move it. Okay. Okay, so like fire types, right. So fire has the advantage over metal types in my game. So when you use fire moves, yeah, right, I was very confused. I gotta check that later, I guess. Hopefully it'll get fixed by next time. It's not working. Okay, so I guess I was actually gonna say, so tomorrow at this time I will not be able to stream, but the morning I will stream. So my morning I'll stream, but not this one. Just because I have some things to do. Oh, okay. That one worked. Fire. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to post a link for you. Thank you so much. First, but for some reason it's not. Okay, whatever. Now it's just freaking out. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Oh my God, Streamlabs. It's super behind. Now it's doing it. It's doing what I messaged it like forever ago. Whatever. Okay, so I was gonna go over fire types in my game. So fire types, remember I mentioned they had. Oh no, good. Oh yeah. But no, like, so I was gonna say, so the fire types. Yeah, I know, Flopix. It's super. Streamlabs was just, I guess it froze. I'm not gonna stress about it though. So in my game though, fire types, when you hit a fire, like, so if there's like a, what's it called? One of these tempered magnetic zones, right? So if you use a fire type move, it will actually disrupt it. Right? So it'll mess up the magnetism if you use a fire type move in the game. Same with if you move, if you use this, what's it called? What's it called? Well, it doesn't destroy it. So, okay, so fire types destroy metal, right? They destroy it, and then it kind of goes the same thing with the other ones. So metal types can destroy gales. They can destroy, so metal destroys wind. Wind destroys the earth. Like, it kind of like separates it. That's like kind of the concept behind it. The earth dries up the puddles, and then the water destroys the fire. So all of them destroy each other, right? And then the other thing where, remember I was talking about creation and destruction. So that was the destruction path. So they go around, they destroy each other. Water destroys fire, metal, wind, earth, back to water. But then the creation part, I think is gonna be really funny. Anybody, I found an error in your system. What was the error, Mr. Ghost? I would like to know. I can do this. Wait, what happened? I'm very confused. Links got an advertisement. I can post links. I get an advertisement. Wait, what? I already ate great rock, paper, scissors pattern. Thank you. I actually really thought about this too. You know, I really did. I was like, well, I wanted like a good system because it is based on martial arts, believe it or not. It's the only thing I ended up changing was the wind type. Normally in martial arts, this would be wood, but I felt like it didn't really work. You could spam it. What can you spam? The Discord? I did not know this. I mean, I did it on accident. I accidentally spammed it. But no, so they're able to destroy each other's whatever these little residue, these things that are produced, right? These we still have to figure out what percentage it'll be. I'm assuming probably maybe like a 20% chance or something like that these things will pop out. We'll see though, when we get to that point in the prototyping and whatnot. But so the thing I was talking about, the growing part, I think it's gonna be a little interesting. I think people are gonna like it. Like every time you tip Discord, you type, yeah. Well, I mean, I made it like that so you guys could ask for it. You know, like if you guys were like, oh, what's the Discord? And you could do it too. I made it originally for that. But I should probably eventually, I'll maybe make it only like mods could do it, I guess. Because I imagine if everyone, like a lot of people started doing that, it would get annoying. These also passport. If you type, do it exclamation passport, and it'll say your passport was stamped. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll want you to do it. Okay, so I was gonna go into the growing. Remember? No, I probably will make you a mod. It's like I said, but I'll get mods after I get 1,000. I need to get 1,000. Then I was like, okay, then I'll actually make a mod or two. Okay, so I was gonna say the growing, right? So I guess let's start with fire. So fire grows when it's in gales. So fire spots grow stronger, right? So the idea is like if you're a wind type and you shoot your wind into a fire spot, it actually makes it grow. So here I'll do like a doodle for you of how it'd work. Where is it? There we go. And I'll do like make the character like this, right? And then I'll do, where should I say? Like this color, or here, I'll do this, and then like that, right? Hold it, I know you guys, I think you guys can't even see it yet. So this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly, the fire would spread. So like imagine the fire spot's a little circle, you hit it with a wind attack, now it grows bigger. So you might thinking, hey, maybe if you're playing the game and you have a fire type guy on your team and you have a wind type guy, you could actually make them combine and do stuff like that. The guy how broke chat because his protection. Huh? You lost me there. But yes, that's what it is. The fire would spread. That is the concept. So the growing things, that's how they work. So wind grows armor when they're in puddles. You know, so wind types. So like the concept, like not puddles, I mean when water hits wind types, they actually gain some armor. So I think that'll be interesting. Like the, what's it called? Not they don't gain armor. The gales gain armor. You know, so like imagine you're a water type, you throwing water into the wind actually becomes harder to break because they have like little pieces of ice in it, which I think will be really interesting. And then going from water, puddles grow larger when metal hits them. The magnetism makes it grow. And then from that one, the metal temper grows faster when it hit by earth. So all of them grow when the one of these other attacks hit them, right? Same with the earth. You know, earth grows faster when it is in the fire. Or yeah, when it hits by fire. Like all of them are like, you get what I mean? So you all of them are strong against one and weak against one. Or actually, it was more like they're strong against two, weak against two. That's how it works. Which I think will be really interesting to see in the actual game. I'm like really excited to get to that point. I just been like kind of busy and stuff, but yes. But what do you guys think of these like basic, how the game will kind of work? And like these are like advanced, you know, wood with sound. There's gonna be more. Mr. Ghost, you broke the chat. Very linear already, right? I think it's not too complicated. I think it's gonna be nice. You know, and then like gravity is gonna be the metal type. I don't know if you can see that. It's like you're saying, Ghost, you need a crazy guy to talk to a crazy guy. I mean, a little bit. I agree with that, Mr. Ghost. Thunder, like they're all gonna have like advanced versions too, but I think for the basic version, I feel like this is gonna really feel really good. Let's see, scale to fit. There, right? You can see all of them, how it's gonna work. It does look like a star, I know it, but like I said, it's like a circle. It's supposed to be like two circles that go into each other. So like one circle breaks it and the other circle grows it. That's kind of like the concept behind it. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how people play this game, because when you play the game, it will be, here, I'll do like a little doodle. You know, you'll have your guy or your player, your Ishi, and then you'll have, or whatever. I'll draw like 2 or 3 or whatever. And one more. You'll have your team, right? Kind of like, this is like kind of how I imagine it, right? You have, when you're playing the game, you have your team of 3, but they're only 2 out at a time. So you're able to switch them out and you decide what you want to do, what's your setup. So like depending on, like maybe you're fighting someone who's like a full water team and you're like, oh, okay, my strongest is fire, but they're gonna get demolished by the water, all the water all over the place. So I should probably go with like a wind type, you know, or maybe a metal type. Like those would probably do well. Like, well, they would do like, okay, you know what I'm talking about? Or no, not metal type. I mean, wind or earth. I got messed up my own self. But like wind or earth would do really well against the water type. So you want to have like a nice variety of like, yes, you may have one that's a little better. Maybe you have like a lot of your guys support that one. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you have like a fire type, you have the wind to support it, which I think would be nice. It'd be very interesting. Let's see. It's a way to ruin my chat with a single message. Wait, no, don't. No, I'm kidding. But I swear I wouldn't use it again. Yeah, please don't. Actually, I'm looking at the time because I don't have too much time today. I am going to actually probably wrap it up. I know it's been like a very fast stream. I'm actually very excited because I recorded a bunch of shorts and like a video. So I expect those very soon, right? I'm actually more excited about those than I have been. Yeah, I'll check it out. Is it turn-based or do both players act at the same time? No, this is an action game. Have you not seen it, Flopix? I thought you've seen it. I have, I guess I haven't shown it in a bit, but it's an action adventure game. Like it plays more like Kingdom Hearts or like Legend of Zelda, like one of those games. I hope you like it. Yeah, I'll check out the post before I go. Hold up, let me do like, I'll do like a quick doodle, I guess. Because it'll take me too long to look for the setup and all my game and stuff. But I could do like a doodle. Wait, not that. Which one is this one? May select this. I'm gonna like delete or edit this. Let's delete it. Why is it not deleting? I'm like trying to erase this stuff. I've seen some card slots. I thought it was a card game. No, this is the card game is like that's not my main game. My main game, Ori's, is an action. It's like a 3D video game. I thought you've seen it. On Mondays, I talk about my main game. Like the card game was because like I wanted to talk more about like game design. So I was like, oh, I think an easy way to talk about game design is making a card game. You know? I'm sorry if you were like confused about it. Here, I'm trying to delete this. Or, you know, I'll just pull it up. Hold on, I'll hide this temporarily. I'll bring it out. Hold on. Just bear with me. It'll take a few minutes. No, it's not your bad. I just like it is confusing because I talk about a lot of stuff. That's why I want to divide it more. I want to divide my streams a little bit more to make them easier to understand. You know what I mean? So you guys don't get as confused because it's like, well, I want to have like a different channel for different things. Where is it? Okay, I'll just open this up for now, just so you guys like don't lose it, or you could see it while I'm opening up the other side. It just takes a long time for to set up the Unity stuff. Like right now, it's at like 10%. It takes so long to open anything. Also, when for some reason when I have like all this, when I do streams, I have like a bunch of stuff open. So I have Oni Boi, he's on one channel, on one thing, one software. Then I got Streamlabs with different software. Then I have YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. And I like technically I have double YouTube. He's had the music as well. Right? And then right now I have Milanote up. And now I'm opening Unity. So like I have like my computer, luckily my PC is pretty good. I have a pretty decent PC. It's not like the best top of the line, but it's still good enough that I could work on games without worrying too much, right? Mr. goes, oh, my Oni Boi, I have to tell you something very important. Oh, what is it? What is this important thing? No, I know. That's like my computer has so many things going on. I hope you and your family have a super mega incredible day. Thank you so much, Mr. Ghost. That is very kind of you. I feel this exactly the same about you and your family. Honestly, I feel that about all you guys. That is one thing I always like to say to people, that I feel extremely lucky that like me streaming, I've met so many incredible and nice people. Ooh, I opened up. Yes. Okay. I'll show you. I could show you the game. Ta-da! This is my main project. It just takes so long to do anything. That's why I don't do it. I used to do dailies. I used to do like daily updates with this. But where is this? Window. I'm looking for the gaming. Where is it? Oh my God, I lost it. Don't tell me I lost my stuff. Yeah, this is like my main project. That's why I was talking about like Splatoon gave me a lot of good ideas for my game, because there's going to be magic in my game. Not yet. Here, I'll just put the play and I'll just play it for a moment or show you. But see, I don't have like the controller on right now. So just bear with where is it? Ugh, okay. Let me grab my controller. Maybe I could like use the controller for a moment, just so I can control it a little bit. Hey, oh no. Not what I meant. Stop. Hide this stuff. This is all like, no, I don't want to look at this stuff. Hide it. No, none. Stop. I don't want to look. I accidentally opened the debug stuff. Where is this? How do I get rid of this? I'm like, no, I don't want to look at this. Reset? No. Okay, I'll do it again. Hold on. Hopefully I will not accidentally open it. Oh no, I did see your updated Jimmy. Okay, so this is the game. This is like my actual game. Okay, let me move the hand out of the way. I have 2 million views. Whoa, I did not see that. That is awesome. Really? That's insane. But like, this is like I said, this is very early development of my game. This role, it's not gonna be a role. And the finished version, it will be like she's gonna jump on her board. You know, and actually, which is one of the things I was talking about in the game Homorihime. I really, really thought it was super cool. The little spin she does. the character in Hemorohime, and I was like, ooh, I want to steal that spin because I want her to do like maybe like throw the board and spin on the board before gliding on the board super fast. And I was like, that would be nice, like really nice. But yeah, right now it's still a little buggy. I gotta like fix a bunch of stuff. You know, I haven't like updated too much of stuff because like, you know, it's me by myself, so I'm doing like a lot of different things. But here's like just like a couple of things. Oh, here you can see a couple of characters and stuff. Here's like a couple of just like random models. But yeah, like I said, this is the actual game. This is my main project. It just takes so long to do any like meaningful updates that I don't really talk about. Would there be a beta test when it reaches that point? Oh, of course, Dimos. Good luck to you on this. Oh, thank you so much. No, like the card game stuff, I do it more so I could just chat. It is like me, like a way that I could chat. Just because in the beginning I was trying to chat while working on this, but I don't really advance much while I'm talking to you guys. That's why I was doing like, well, I could do like the doodle streams, but then I was like, no, but I want to talk about games, you know. So that's why I was kind of doing the TCG thing, because I could talk about games while still doing stuff relatively fast. Where this is like, it's like a snail's pace of me doing any progress. Chat Simulator, a little bit, kind of, but no, definitely there will be a bunch. Well, I got to go. I have some minutes. I will be back. No, I'm actually gonna go too. Yeah, no, I gotta go. Have a wonderful day, Emoji, Mr. Ghost, Flopix, Dimos. Let me say goodbye, everybody. Dimos, who else? I know there was someone else who said, hey, not Streamlabs. That's me just accidentally messaging all you guys a million times. Mushi, I already said Mushi. I know there was somebody else. I feel like there was somebody else who said, hey, even if they just said like, hey, for a moment. No, maybe on Instagram? No. Twitch? Oh, it was on Twitch. It was Soso. Soso was the one saying hey to me. I knew there was somebody that said hey to me earlier, right? I mean, I know realistically Soso, what they really wanted to was they wanted to like advertise themselves about like